afternoon and a very warm welcome to your lunchtime news here on TV1. For the News Fizz team, I'm Theruni Karunaratna. First, your headlines.
Samagijana Balavagia to take matters to court to obtain compensation for the Express Pearl disaster. Provincial Council's election amendment bill gazetted. Activist Piyat Nikeshala and Deputy Mayor of the Kaduvela Municipal Council Chandika Beratna to be produced in court today. Fertilizer subsidy to be provided to farmers through a coupon for the Yala season. Depression over the southwest Bay of Bengal intensifies into a cyclone. Met Department warns fishermen to avoid setting out to sea. Residents of Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif attacked by protesters in Pakistan.
Now in your top story, opposition leader Sajid Premadasa, speaking in Parliament today, said the Samagijana Balavagia has reached a decision to file a lawsuit regarding the damage caused due to the Express Pearl vessel and has issued letters of demand to the relevant parties. The opposition leader made this statement during the second day of the parliamentary debate regarding the damage caused due to the Express Pearl disaster.
MV Express Pearl Naukave Vinashen Sidhu Haniyata.
As an assistance to the process to obtain compensation for the damage caused due to the MV Express Pearl vessel, the SJB also sought legal action. We have issued the initial letter of demand to EU SRO Private Limited, Sea Consortium Private Limited, Express Pearl Feeders Limited, Sea Consortium Lanka Limited, London Steam Ship Owners Mutual Insurance Association Limited, GAC Shipping Limited and Shreyas Capital Company Limited. We have sent letters of demand against these companies and I will enter it to the Hansard today. These shipping companies think that they can buy out some factions in our country. There is no one that they can buy over in Sri Lanka. I hope this will assist attempts to obtain the payment of 6.4 billion.
ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් කවුරුත් අපේ රටේ නැහැ. බිලියන 6.4ක ඒ මුදල ලබා ගන්න උත්සාහයට මම හිතනවා මේකත් ලොකු ශක්තියක් වෙයි කියලා. ආණ්ඩු පක්ෂයේ മന്ത്രിවරයෙක් කතා කරනකොට
A government faction MP said if this court case is lost, the opposition and you must be held responsible because you allowed the debate. That is wrong. I feel the government has no faith in this court case. They failed this in the last month. Now they are looking for excuses. You delayed this by 23 months.
යට ගිහිලා තිබ්බේ මේක අමතක කරලා දාලා තිබ්බේ ඒ හින්දා අපි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ ආංශික අධීක්ෂණ කාරක සභාව පරිසර පිළිබඳ කමිටුව
This was forgotten. Therefore, we as the Parliament's Committee on Environment brought it back to the limelight. We wanted to know who was trying to ignore this, who obtained a loan of $4.5 million from Singapore for this court case at a time when there is a dollar shortage in the country. Why was this done? He was the Minister of Justice for the Good Governance regime. He is the Justice Minister of this government as well. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa is the Justice Minister of any government that comes into power. Couldn't he have just formulated these laws? We understood that this is a lie. When government institutions are working separately, corruption is covered. We thought the Justice Minister is not involved in these scams. He started panicking when he got to know that those shipping companies are getting involved. His behavior is very questionable to us. We questioned Vijayadasa Rajapaksa before the Attorney General's Department as to why the ship was docked in our waters. The finger was pointed at the Attorney General's Department. Minister Vijayadasa panicked. I just fulfilled my duties.
විජේදාස රාජපක්ෂ ඇමතුමාත් නීතිපති දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව ඉස්සරහ අපි ප්‍රශ්න කළා මෙතෙක් කල් ගෙවාගෙන ආපු සල්ලි වෙරළ පිරිසිදු කරන්න නැවහින්ද වෙච්ච ප්‍රශ්නට ගෙවලා ඇවිල්ලා නතර කළේ ඇයි කියලා ඇහුවා. අහපුවාම නීතිපති දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවට ඒක ඇඟිල්ල දික් වුණා. විජේදාස රාජපක්ෂ මහත්තයා කලබල වුණා. මට කරන්න දෙයක්.
Meanwhile, Professor Charita Herath expressed the following views regarding the Express Pearl disaster in Parliament today.
හිටපු ජනාධිපතිතුමා කිව්වයි කියලා අපේ මගේ මිත්‍ර විජේදාස රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමාත් කිව්වා එතුමාගෙන් අහපුවාම එතුමා
If this incident happened during the time of the former president, if the chairman of the MIPA at this time was appointed by him, he has a responsibility to issue a statement under his seal. If not, all of us, including Vijayadasa Rajapaksa and Nalaka Godaheva, will quarrel over this. That is not what should happen. The former president must explain the reason why he handed this over to Colomboge. If he clarifies this problem will end. If not, the society will head into utter confusion.
මැතිතුමාටත් කියනවා මොකක් හරි එතුමා අහපුවාම නාලගොඩේව මැතිතුමාටත් කියනවා මෙහෙම කියපුවාම මේ සමාජෙම විශාල අර්බුදයකට යනවා.
Doctors of the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital commenced a token strike at 8 a.m. today. The Government Medical Officers Association says that the strike will continue until 8 a.m. tomorrow.
The strike is being carried out against the recent attack on a group of doctors, including the specialist doctor of the Obstetrics and Gynecology Department of the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital.
මැයි 8 වෙනිදා මාතෘ ඒකකයේ තුලදී රෝගියෙක් බැලීමට පැමිණි.
On the 8th of May, a heated situation had arisen between a visitor of a patient and two resident officers attached to the obstetrics and gynecology department. The senior resident medical officer and specialist doctor who came to mediate the issue had been attacked. That individual has still not been arrested. Except for emergency treatments, all other non-urgent treatments and surgeries will not be carried out today.
අපි සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්නවා.
All other treatments except for emergency services were disrupted due to the strike and patients were sent back home. This is an inconvenience to us. They say there is a strike today. Patients who travel long distances are heavily inconvenienced. They say that only rabies is being treated. They have not said that anyone else will be treated today. Patients are always inconvenienced. They say that medicines are not given. We bought our child to get medicine for an earache. The officials are not the ones inconvenienced. It is the innocent patients.
An International Monetary Fund staff team will arrive in Sri Lanka on Thursday.
The staff team of the International Monetary Fund will visit Sri Lanka during the 11th of May to the 23rd of May. The team will carry out the legal advisory process of the first review of the extended fund facility. Krishna Srinivasan, the director of the Asia and Pacific Department, will join on the 12th to the 15th of May visit, and a press briefing will be held on Monday. Meanwhile, the Entrepreneurs Struggle movement convened a press briefing and expressed its opinions on domestic debt restructuring.
මේ IMF වට්ටෝරුව හරහා ණය ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහගතකරණය කිරීම සම්බන්ධයෙන් මේ වෙනකොට කතාබහක් ඇති වෙලා තිබෙනවා සුළු හා මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ කර්ම.
There are now talks about debt restructuring upon instructions of the IMF. Small and medium-scale industrialists had taken loans through the banking system. Now they are sending letters to customers to restructure those loans as well. Just like that moratorium debt trap, what they are trying to do now is putting all the interests together and create a legal situation where property can be auctioned. They are telling us to pay off the debt by increasing interest rates, increasing electricity tariffs and contracting the country's economy. They stopped paying back the debts because of their inability to manage the country's economy and declared bankruptcy. Then how can we pay back the country's debt? Please explain the theory behind this.
මේගොල්ලෝ ණය ගෙවන එක නතර කරලා රට බංකොලොත් භාවයේ ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කරා. එතකොට අපි කොහොමද මේ ණය ගෙවන්නේ? අපිට ඒ ආර්ථික න්‍යාය කියලා දෙන්න.
Agriculture Minister Mahinda Amaraveera says a decision has been reached to provide funds required to purchase fertilizer to farmers through a coupon. He announced this at a press briefing held at the Government Information Department on Thursday.
We hope to provide the fertilizer relief to the farmers through a voucher. The cabinet paper presented day before yesterday has been approved. Farmers have been given a voucher to obtain fertilizer. A farmer with a hectare of paddy fields will get 20,000 rupees and farmers with 2 will get 40,000 rupees. The government will have to spend 10,000 million rupees for this endeavour. The President has approved spending this amount for the farming community. Therefore, we will provide that relief to the farmers.
The Police Special Task Force has arrested a suspect with 7,052 kilograms of dust tea unfit for consumption in Panampitia on Wednesday.
A team of Police Special Task Force officials led by the commanding officer of the Dambulla camp had carried out the raid in Panampitia on Wednesday. The police STF had arrested a suspect aged 32 along with the stock of dust tea unfit for consumption. The suspect had been handed over to the Dambulla police station for further investigations. Dust tea rackets have led to a decline in the demand for Ceylon tea, which is world famous, resulting in a loss of foreign revenue. The Police Special Task Force has arrested a suspect with a firearm and several hunted endangered animals in the China Port Police Division. The raid was carried out by a team of STF officers led by Police Inspector ASC Shiranta based on a tip-off received by the Police STF on Wednesday. The 60-year-old suspect had in his possession a firearm, scale and several endangered animals such as deer, a tortoise and a pangolin. The 41-year-old suspect with 25 grams of the drug ice was arrested by the Special Task Force in Batuatta, Ragama on Wednesday. The raid was carried out by a team under the supervision of ASP Sagar Gulasekara based on a tip-off received by the Organised Crime Unit of the Police Special Task Force. The suspect had in his possession 25 grams of ice, more than 26,000 rupees, a cell phone and an electronic scale. The suspect was handed over to the Ragama police station for further investigations.
Activist Piyat Nikeshala and the former deputy mayor of the Kadwala Municipal Council, Chandika Aberatna, who were arrested, are due to be produced before the court today. Piyat Nikeshala, who was receiving treatment at the National Hospital of Sri Lanka after being assaulted, was arrested last night. Police said he was arrested following a complaint lodged by former deputy mayor of the Kadwala Municipal Council, Chandika Aberatna. Former Deputy Mayor of the Kadwala Municipal Council, Chandika Aberatna, was also arrested yesterday while receiving treatment at the Mulleriaba Hospital. The Bonsai Association of Sri Lanka will be hosting its annual exhibition on the 13th and 14th of May at the Women's International Club, Colombo. I got the opportunity to have a conversation with the organizers of this exhibition, and this is a small glimpse of the world of bonsai. The origin of bonsai, the Japanese and East Asian art of growing and training miniature trees in containers, was from the traditional Chinese art form of penjing. From the 6th century onward, imperial embassy personnel and Buddhist students from Japan visited and returned from mainland China. They brought back many Chinese ideas and goods, including container plantings. Over time, these container plantings began to appear in Japanese writings and representative art. Following World War II, several trends made the Japanese tradition of bonsai increasingly accessible to Western and world audiences. And eventually, the art of bonsai reached Sri Lanka. After a lapse of 3 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic crisis in the country, the Sri Lanka Bonsai Association will be holding its annual bonsai exhibition, Reflections 2023 Living Images, on the 13th and 14th of May at the Women's International Club, Colombo 7.
It's a very rare experience when it comes to local viewership or public, because you generally see something like bonsai only in Japan or only through media. So now you have the opportunity of seeing this art of bonsai works locally at one place, and also at the same time people who are interested in learning the art of it may visit and meet the experts themselves who have developed these living arts, living bonsais. This year our annual exhibition will be open for public from 10 AM to 6 PM. So I humbly invite all of you who are interested in this art to visit and indulge yourself in the beautiful art of bonsai.
There will be about 100 very well done bonsai pieces exhibited. I'm sure everybody who comes there will enjoy themselves and can view some really good specimens of bonsai. And not only that, at 4 PM on both days, there will be a demonstration free of charge for people who come during that time, where we will take you through the basic steps of bonsai.
The Sri Lanka Bonsai Association invites enthusiasts of all ages to join them and be part of Reflections 2023. The Met Department says the depression over the southeast Bay of Bengal has intensified into a cyclone. It will gradually intensify further into a severe cyclonic storm by this morning and a very severe cyclonic storm by midnight today over southeast and adjoining Central Bay of Bengal. The Met Department warns the fishing community to not set out to sea until further notice.
ඉනිකොනදිග බෙන්ගාල බොක්කම හුදු ප්‍රදේශයේ පැවති ගැඹුරු පීඩනාපාතයේ තවදුරටත් ගැඹුරු පීඩනාපාතයක් ලෙසම උතුරු අක්ෂාංශ 10.8 සහ නැගෙනහිර
Deep depression is located in the southeast Bay of Bengal. This will intensify into a cyclone today and could develop further. This will move towards Myanmar and Bangladesh. This will not have a long-lasting impact on Sri Lanka, but owing to this situation, wind speed in certain areas in the Bay of Bengal could increase to 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. Since it could make the seas in the area rough, we advise the fishing community to avoid setting out to sea.
නමුත් මේ පද්ධතිය නිසා විශේෂයෙන්ම බෙන්ගාල බොක්ක ප්‍රදේශයේ උතුරු අක්ෂාංශ 4:20 සහ නැගෙනහිර දේශාංශ 85 කියන ප්‍රදේශවල සුළඟේ වේගය විතර පැයට කිලෝමීටර් 70-80 දක්වා ඉහළ යාමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මේ මුහුදු ප්‍රදේශ විතර අලු වීමේ හැකියාව තියෙන නිසා බහුදින දීවර යාත්‍රාවලට අපි කියන්නේ මේ මුහුදු ප්‍රදේශ තවදුරටත් භාවිත කිරීමෙන් වළකින ලෙස.
The Met Department predicts showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabarakamuwa, central, northwestern and southern provinces. Fairly heavy showers at about 75 millimeters are likely at some places in the western, Sabarakamuwa and northwestern provinces, and also in the Kandy, Nuwara, Galle and Matru districts. The department predicts several spells of showers will occur in the northern province as well. The Met Department also predicts that showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere over the island, particularly during the afternoon or night. The department says strong winds at about 40 to 45 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the western and southern coastal areas and along the western slopes of the central hills. A bridge crossing the Kalu River in the Valivitia Divitura in Galle had sunk owing to heavy showers. According to our correspondent, transportation activities have been hampered as a result. A land near the Enamalanda River in Koskanuwela had sunk down as a result of the heavy showers. As a result, 6 residencies in the area have now come under risk.
The Provincial Council's Elections Amendment Bill has been gazetted. The new bill will replace the Provincial Council's Elections Amendment Act number 17 of 2017. If the bill is submitted to Parliament and passed, it will reportedly be possible to hold the Provincial Council election under the old electoral system. The bill was recently presented as a private member's proposal by Jaffna District MP M.A. Sumantiran, President's Council. The Committee on Public Petitions is due to convene in Parliament today as well. Meanwhile, Newsfirst Parliament correspondent says officials of the National Insurance Trust Fund were summoned before the Committee on Public Enterprises today. In international news, protests continued across Pakistan today over ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan's dramatic arrest, killing at least 8 people and injuring over 100 others as per local media reports. Several leaders of Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party were arrested. Moreover, supporters of former Premier Imran Khan on Wednesday attacked the Lahore residence of Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, police said.
Khan, who was arrested on Tuesday afternoon, was handed over to the National Accountability Bureau yesterday. He will be held in custody for 8 days in the Al-Qadir Trust case. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on Wednesday, in his first address following the arrest of former Prime Minister Imran Khan, claimed that all evidence against the PTI chief was present in the Al-Qadir Trust case. He said that the National Accountability Bureau is conducting an investigation on the basis of the evidence. Further, he questioned how the PTI cabinet was kept completely in the dark about the matter. The army was being deployed in some areas and has issued a stern warning after crowds attacked his properties. Khan's arrest dramatically escalated tensions between Khan and the military at a time of economic crisis. Conviction would disqualify the former cricket star and Prime Minister from 2018 to 2022 from standing for office, possibly for life, as elections are due in the country later this year.
Ukraine's state-owned energy company says Russia plans to evacuate more than 3,000 staff members from a town near the Zaporizhzhia plant, but warned that this could result in a catastrophic staff shortage.
Ukraine says Russian forces pushed back in parts of Bakhmut. Ukraine's top commander, who heads Ukraine's ground forces, said Russian forces in parts of Bakhmut have been pushed back up to 2 kilometers as a result of the counterattacks. Earlier, the military spokesperson in the east claimed that Ukraine's troops have seriously damaged Russia's 72nd Separate Motor Rifle Brigade near Bakhmut, but emphasized that the city was still Moscow's main target. According to experts, the Russia-Ukraine war is having an outsized impact on the global supply chain, impeding the flow of goods, fueling dramatic cost increases and product shortages, and creating catastrophic food shortages around the world. The upheaval to the supply and demand of goods is exacerbating the already untenable human toll of the conflict, which shows no signs of abating.
A pre-dawn Israeli airstrike on an apartment in the Gaza Strip has killed a top Palestinian Islamic Jihad commander and one other person.
A warplane attacked an apartment in the 5th floor of a building in Hamad residential city near Khan Yunis in the south of the Gaza Strip. Wednesday saw militants in Gaza firing more than 460 rockets at Israel. The Israeli military hit more than 130 militant targets in Gaza, in the heaviest fighting in 9 months. Palestinian medical sources estimate the death toll from the fighting this week is now at least 24, including 3 other Palestinian Islamic Jihad commanders. Several people were hurt in Israel, rushing to shelters as the rockets were fired from Gaza. The armed wing of the PIJ confirmed that the head of its missile unit, Ali Hassan Ghali, also known as Abu Muhammad, had died in Thursday morning's attack. The Palestinian Islamic Jihad group is the second biggest militant group in Gaza after Hamas, and it has sworn to avenge the deaths of Palestinians killed.
And with that, we conclude your lunchtime news here on TV1. Thank you for watching. Take care.